Book of Mormon is coming to Chicago March 28th through April 16th at the Cadillac Palace Theater. Dewight Braxton Jr. and Lamont J. Whitaker here starring the show. Thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you for having us.
Nine-time Tony Award-winning musical, obviously, and a lot of people's favorite musical of all time. So no pressure, right? No pressure with the show at all.
Yeah, no pressure at all. We're just filling big shoes here.
Now, as far as the show goes, I know for a lot of my friends and for a certain generation, this was almost like their gateway musical that sometimes maybe they weren't a big fan of musical theater beforehand, but this is the one that hooked them in or the one that they went to go see multiple times. What's the tour been like so far and a lot of maybe some of those repeat fans?
I'll go first, I guess. Being on my first national tour I did right before this one, and Donna Summer does have a big fan base, but I've never felt fans like this show has. I feel like there's always somebody dressed up in the audience as one of the characters. I feel like I feel like I feel the audience way more than I did really in summer, and that's what I really appreciate about the show is the fact that people really love it and they just want to see it more and more.
What about for you,
Yeah.
Dwight?
Yeah, bouncing off Lamont, like we see people all the time. I think just last night our merch seller sent us a photo of like people who made their own custom made Book of Mormon shirts. We've had people do artwork of us. We've had people bake cookies for us. Like it's just been amazing. Especially like since this is my first tour, I've never seen anything even close to this.
Because especially too, you have your fans who get excited, and people may dress casually or may dress a little bit up for the theater, and the performers on stage are excited because they're part of a tour. But getting to see people dressed up and really just like take in the whole experience, does that kind of change the mood of the company and say like, all right, we got to give it, our all because look at the fans how excited they are for the show.
I would say definitely because like everyone knows like tour life is kind of hard sometimes doing 8 shows a week going from here to there, and sometimes spirits might be low, like just sometimes just because we're human beings, like first of all. But yeah, seeing people dressed up and how much they really are excited and hearing like the applause at the end, I think it for me personally it really cheers me up and it makes me feel like this is amazing.
What about for you, Lamont?
I feel like the writers, creators, Trey Parker and Matt Stone, like really have made an industry and a type of funny of their own. And I feel like being in this show, we get to carry their creation on and in this musical. And just seeing the fans of South Park here, like that's just a big brand in its own that we get to be up under that little umbrella and feel what it feels like to, just really sit back and watch like an episode of South Park. It's amazing. I love being in the show and I love the fans.
Awesome. Well, go ahead and tell us who you play in the show. Come on.
So I play Mafala Hatimbi. My character introduces the two main Mormons in the musical to the Ugandan village. My character just basically wants peace and prosperity for his village and his daughter. And he wants to change the way everything is happening in that country, not to give much away. But
And do I tell us a little bit about the general?
Yes, I play the general. He is the antagonist of the show. I will say he also wants to help things in its own way. Might not be the best way, but I think that's about all I can say. You just have to come see the show.
What have you learned, both of you, as far as obviously, this is a satire and there's a lot of laughter, but there's a big message between someone trying to get a message across and somebody else having other pressing issues that are bigger than maybe what the message is.
the message of the show for me is that um, the impact that one person can have on millions can, we all know that, one person can really change the scope of how a lot of people think. But what if that one person was doing the right thing? So I feel like, yes, it is a message about faith, but it's more than faith. It's about community and it's about being there for each other no matter what we believe in. And that's what I love about this show.
Hmm. Yeah,
What about for you, Dwight?
going off of what Lamont said. When I think about the show, I think it's like teaching a lesson of like taught family, taught social, and taught like religious beliefs versus like found family, like social issues and religious beliefs. Because like not trying to spoil it. Basically, like the Mormons, the two Elder Price and Elder Cunningham, they like come to Uganda with like their own like set like viewpoint on certain things, and then they're able to through like a whole bunch of circumstances like try kind of find their own family, find their own like belief system and stuff. But it still talks about like what Lamont was saying.
As far as the cast goes, you're making this stop here in Chicago for a couple of weeks, but you're also touring the country. Downtime, like, do you guys explore the cities? Do you guys get to like go all out to eat together? Tell me a little bit about the about everybody else in the cast.
I'll answer this one first. Going the great thing about having so many people in the cast, like including like the crew and management team, usually 9 times out of 10, there's someone like who's a local to that area. Like when we're going to Chicago, we have Aaliyah Johnson, and when we went, just came from Detroit, it was me because that's my hometown. So we do have times like especially on one show days just to like go out and like explore, and then also we have the nighttime. So yeah, it's pretty fun.
I feel like that's like the hardest thing about tour, right? Is like really trying to find the personal time and the time to actually like be yourself because we are always working. Even when we're not on stage, my favorite thing is I really look out in the elevator sometimes in the hotel because, half the time someone is in the elevator with the program. So for me, it's just like finding that personal time is the most important thing. But when you do find it, especially with a cast like ours, it's a great time and it like rejuvenates us for the next week. It's like any other job. You have the time to work and you have your time to play.
Obviously, what has people been talking about as far as coming to Chicago? Because obviously there's a lot of things that you can go see, but we're known for our food. I mean, there's so many restaurants. You could spend the 2.5 weeks here just trying restaurants. Have people started talking about what places they want to hit so far?
I'll let Dwight take this because this is like we have a running thing with pizza.
I'm not trying to start any fights, but like I'm like really big on pizza, and I start like the debate of like what's the better pizza, Detroit style pizza, Chicago pizza, or New York pizza. I haven't
New
had
York.
Chicago pizza like Detroit, but I haven't
So
had.
we're
Go ahead.
basically we're trying all the deep dish pizzas in the cities, and Chicago is one of the cities that we were waiting to get to, so we can like really tell. So we've ordered like 5 deep dish pizzas last weekend in Detroit, so that's what I'm waiting for at least the pizza.
The pizza, yeah, because there's a whole bunch of. I mean, we're obviously known for Chicago style pizza, but we do have places here that serve Detroit style pizza, New York style pizza, tavern style pizza. So there's a lot of different. If you're looking for pizza, you're coming to the right place.
Hey,
Yeah, yeah,
I'll be the judge about that. I'll be the judge.
yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you both so much for your time today. Book of Mormon coming to the Cadillac Palace Theater March 28th through April 16th. BroadwayInChicago.com is where you can go ahead and get those tickets. Enjoy the tour and enjoy your time here in Chicago.
Thank you so much. It was nice to meet you. Thank you for having me.
Nice meeting you.
Nice.
Nice meeting you both. Thank you so much.
See you.